for seniors because they bind with calcium in your body to form crystals. Over time, these crystals can build up in your kidneys, turning into stones that cause excruciating pain and even permanent kidney damage. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that diets high in oxalates were directly linked to a 36% increased risk of kidney stone formation. For anyone over 65, when kidney function is already declining, this is not a small risk. Meet George, 70. He had switched from chips to cashews, thinking he was making a healthier choice. He loved grabbing a handful every evening, but within a year, he was diagnosed with high blood pressure and kidney stones. His doctor explained that the oxalates in cashews combined with his dehydration were the perfect recipe for stone formation. George was shocked. He replaced his cashew habit with walnuts and pistachios, and within months, his blood pressure dropped and his kidney health stabilized. What he thought was healthy snacking was quietly wearing his body down. Cashews might feel like a luxury nut, but after 65, they can quickly turn into a liability. The combination of oxalates, saturated fat, and sodium seasoning makes them risky for your kidneys, heart, and brain. But cashews aren't the only nut with a hidden danger. The next one is even more deceptive because it's praised as one of the healthiest nuts, yet for seniors, it can weaken bones and drain energy. Number 3. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are often seen as exotic and luxurious. They're marketed as buttery, indulgent, and even used in fancy desserts and premium nut mixes. But for seniors over 65, macadamia nuts carry hidden dangers that most people don't realize until it's too late. The first issue is their extremely high fat content. Macadamia nuts are one of the fattiest nuts you can eat, with more than 21 grams of fat per ounce. While some of that fat is monounsaturated, the sheer calorie density makes them easy to overeat. For older adults with slower metabolisms, that excess fat translates directly into weight gain, belly fat, and higher cholesterol, all of which raise the risk of heart disease and diabetes. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consumed calorie-dense snacks like macadamias were 42% more likely to experience metabolic syndrome, a dangerous cluster of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abdominal fat. Meet Linda, 69. She started eating macadamia nuts every afternoon, convinced they were a healthier snack than cookies. But after a year, she noticed her clothes fitting tighter, her energy dipping, and her doctor warning that her cholesterol was creeping up. Worse, she struggled climbing stairs and felt weaker during her morning walks. When she switched from macadamias to protein-rich walnuts, her weight stabilized, her cholesterol improved, and she regained the stamina she thought she had lost forever. What seemed like a luxury health food was actually draining her strength. And if you think macadamias are risky, the next nut on this list is even more dangerous. It's often roasted, salted, and sold by the bag in every supermarket. But for seniors, it's a direct path to weight gain, inflammation, and even higher cancer risk. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 2. Pecans. Pecans look innocent. They show up in pies, cookies, nut mixes, and holiday snacks. Many people even think they're as healthy as almonds or walnuts. But for seniors over 65, pecans can be one of the most deceptive and damaging nuts you can eat. The biggest problem with pecans is their extremely high fat and calorie load. Just 1 ounce of pecans, barely a small handful, contains 200 calories and over 20 grams of fat. While most of that fat is unsaturated, the sheer density makes it dangerously easy to overeat. For seniors with slower metabolisms, this quickly leads to weight gain and belly fat. And abdominal fat is not harmless. It's active, inflammatory tissue that pumps out hormones and chemicals that raise blood pressure, worsen insulin resistance, and damage blood vessels. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors with more belly fat were at a 56% higher risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Meet Harold, 72. He loved pecan pie and kept a jar of candied pecans on his kitchen counter. He told himself, "They're nuts. They must be healthy." But within 2 years, he had gained 15 pounds, developed prediabetes, and his doctor told him his cholesterol was climbing. Harold was stunned. He thought he was doing his body a favor. After switching to high-protein pistachios and walnuts instead, Harold not only lost the weight but felt stronger and more energetic than he had in years. Pecans weren't helping him. They were holding him back. Pecans might look like a harmless snack, but after 65, they can accelerate every health problem you're already trying to fight. And if pecans are a hidden danger, the next nut on this list is the biggest offender of all, the one you must absolutely avoid if you value your heart, your kidneys, and your brain. Number 1. Peanuts. Peanuts are everywhere. Peanut butter, peanut oil, peanut snacks. Americans alone eat over 7 pounds per person every year. They're marketed as cheap protein, heart-healthy, and kid-friendly. But here's the harsh truth. For seniors, peanuts can be the single most dangerous nut you could eat. The first red flag is that peanuts aren't even true nuts. They're legumes. And unlike tree nuts, peanuts carry a unique and serious risk: aflatoxin contamination. Aflatoxins are toxic molds that grow on peanuts during storage, especially in warm, humid conditions. The World Health Organization classifies aflatoxin as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as asbestos and tobacco. Long-term exposure is strongly linked to liver cancer and kidney damage. Seniors with weaker detox systems are far more vulnerable, and even low doses can silently accumulate over time. Take Eleanor, 74. She ate peanut butter toast every morning for 20 years. She thought it was a wholesome, simple breakfast. But in her early 70s, she developed fatty liver, prediabetes, and constant knee pain. When her doctor advised cutting peanuts and switching to almond butter, she reluctantly agreed. Within 6 months, her blood sugar stabilized, her liver enzymes improved, and her joint pain eased. What she thought was her safest breakfast habit had been damaging her from the inside out. Peanuts may be cheap and popular, but for seniors, the cost to your health is staggering. If you care about your heart, your liver, your kidneys, and your brain, peanuts should be the first nut you cross off your list. Now that we've revealed the 4 worst nuts seniors should avoid, let's shift gears. Because not all nuts are bad. In fact, some are true superfoods that protect your muscles, sharpen your memory, and extend your independence. And the number 4 nut on the must-eat daily list may shock you with how powerful it is. Number 4, pistachios. If you've ever enjoyed cracking open pistachios one by one, you might be surprised that this small habit could also be one of the most powerful health moves you can make after 65. Pistachios are more than a tasty snack. They are nutrient-packed green gems that hold one of the best nutrient profiles of any nut. They are rich in protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants that protect your cells from damage as you age. A single ounce of pistachios gives about 6 grams of protein, which is almost as much as an egg. That's huge for seniors who are fighting muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, which steals strength and independence silently over the years. Science backs this up. A study published in Nutrients in 2020 found that older adults who regularly consumed pistachios showed improved muscle protein synthesis, which is the process your body uses to build new muscle tissue. For seniors, that means fewer falls, better walking speed, and more independence. Meet Eleanor, a 70-year-old retired teacher. She had always thought of nuts as guilty snacks, something to nibble on during the holidays. But after her doctor warned her about declining muscle strength and prediabetes, she started eating a handful of pistachios each afternoon instead of cookies. Within 3 months, she noticed she wasn't as exhausted climbing the stairs. Her blood sugar readings also dropped significantly, something she hadn't achieved in years. Eleanor's story isn't rare. Pistachios are one of the few nuts proven to improve blood sugar control because they have a unique blend of protein, fiber, and healthy fats that slow the release of sugar into the bloodstream. A controlled trial in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition showed that people with type 2 diabetes who ate pistachios daily had 20% lower blood sugar spikes compared to those who didn't. That kind of protection matters because seniors face higher risks of insulin resistance, and pistachios can act almost like a natural glucose shield. The best part is how easy they are to add. Buy them in the shell and let the cracking process slow you down, which naturally helps with portion control. And while pistachios pack a punch, the next nut on our list brings even greater power for bones and brain health, something most seniors don't realize until it's too late. Number 3. Almonds. Almonds have been praised for centuries as a symbol of nourishment and longevity, and modern science finally explains why. These small, crunchy nuts are packed with protein, vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats that the aging body desperately needs. What makes almonds stand out is their unique balance of nutrients that specifically protect the brain, the heart, and the bones, 3 areas where seniors are most vulnerable. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition revealed that eating just 1 handful of almonds daily improved HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, by nearly 20% in older adults, while simultaneously lowering dangerous LDL cholesterol levels. That shift alone can dramatically reduce heart attack and stroke risk after 65. But heart health is only the beginning of the almond story. Meet Susan, 70. She always kept a small pack of almonds in her purse, thinking of them as nothing more than a quick snack. One day,